Or you're a mechanical engineer trying to get into the design sector. I know it's very fascinating to be heard to get into design sector, and most of the mechanical engineers try to get there. But the problem is they don't know exactly where to start, right? I can understand your pain if you have been there. So if you are a mechanical engineer and trying to get on the same design path, then this video is for you. This is Syed Moiz and I'm the founder of MechGrowth. I'm running a company based out of Chennai where I'm serving to my clients in design services, analyzing and staffing, right? So now I'm going to discuss firstly the 3 gaps which I have felt. I don't feel that mechanical engineers are really very active on LinkedIn, right? Maybe they may have a profile, but the activity level is not as compared to what they are spending on Facebook and Instagram, or in certain cases TikTok, right? Which I'm not against of, but you need to have a bit of activity started even on the LinkedIn, right? So that's the first gap. The second gap is the people who have the profile, right? They try to approach the company or the recruiter directly for a job. It's not going to work out. Just imagine you're a recruiter of some company and some random person like me is trying to reach you that, sir, I need a job. Do you really think you are going to give him a reply? Or do you really think you have the time to go through all the messages? I don't really think so, right? So that's the second point that you have to keep it in mind. And the third point is, the people who have the profile, they don't really take their profile, building their profile very effectively, right? So I'm going to share you 6 tips and one phase that you definitely have to go through in order to have better credibility in LinkedIn, and by that way you get more opportunities to your door, right? So let us get started. Let me just share you my screen. Okay, so if you can see here, I'm going to share you a few tips that you need to keep in your mind if you are a mechanical engineer and definitely trying to get into the design sector, right? So the phase 1 is you need to have your profile photo ready. So the most of the cases, if you are having a professional photo, which is very good, right, rather than having a DP like how you use it in Instagram, which I need not tell you guys, but I have seen certain cases where people use very casual photos, which doesn't really give a pretty good insight about his profile, right? So headline, have a proper headline to your page, your LinkedIn profile. Let's say if you are an experienced engineer, have a title as junior engineer or whatever your title is there, right? So make sure that you are using generic title. So what do I mean by generic title is, most of the cases when you're working in a certain company, they may have their own dedicated title for the same job which is available in the market, and the different company uses different title. So pick a title which is which is familiar with the recruiters and which is familiar among the industry, right? So then have a proper summary of what you have, from where you have come and what you are exactly experiencing and what you are looking for, right? So try to build your credibility. How do you build your credibility? By just being active on the LinkedIn, and here are a few tips that which can keep you active, right? So tip number 1, try to have the list of companies which you are trying to get inside, right? Now here most of the people make a mistake. If you are from automotive or mechanical sector trying to get into design, most of the people make the list of OEM companies, right, the car manufacturers, but they do not concentrate on tier 1 and tier 2 companies, right? And the certain cases tier 3 also. So all these companies also look for design engineers out there, right? And there are openings available all the time, at least most of the time, but they do not get the right kind of talent, right? So you can actually go with the tier 3, tier 2, tier 1 and then OEM companies, make the list of those and try to follow them. You can follow their recruiters, you can follow their CEOs and as well as the companies. So what happens with that, you get to understand what exactly is going on within the industry and within the company. So tip number 2, look for the key people in those companies. What do I mean and how do you really look? Let's say you have got Renault Nissan. Look for the recruiter over there, or the project manager over there, or the person who is really active on LinkedIn, right? So I can understand most of the company, let's say the project managers or the leads who are there in companies are not very active on LinkedIn. They may have a profile, or they may come here and then for a week, but they may not be active. But there will be people who are really active on LinkedIn, right? So who are more social. You need to try to connect with them. So try to remember, it's all about getting connected and building the relationship first, even before you ask for any kind of help, right? So look for the key people, get noticed. How do you get noticed? comment on their post, like their post, share their post if you have liked it, right? I know many people, they would have resonated with the post, but they will not actually comment it or not even like it, right? So what happens when someone is trying to be social and someone is trying to give you the value, it is very good to have the comments in his thing, because it gives an perception that you are really active, you appreciate his time, as well as it builds a kind of relationship from that guy, right? With that particular person whom you are trying to get connected with. So let's say you are doing this activity for a regular term, and he's seeing your notifications that you are commenting positively on his post. He remembers your name, right? We all are humans, we don't operate like machines. He will remember your name, and when you try to connect with him, with that particular person whom you have been commenting for a week, he gets connected very easily. And when you are trying to getting connected, you give him some personal message that, see, you are new to the industry, or you have been in this industry for a while, and you are following that particular person whom you want to get connected with, and tell him what is it you have liked about that particular person's activity, right? But remember, do not ask for a job at this point of time. If you see most of the cases, even with me, many people try to approach me for a job opportunity. Sometimes I do have, sometimes I don't have an opportunity with my client. But let's say even when I have the time, when I have the opportunities with my client, do you really think I'll prefer someone whom I don't know, or will I prefer someone whom I know, or whom I have been in the chat for a couple of times, or I have spoken to him a couple of times? Definitely the one whom I know, right? So this is how it works, right? Even let's say you have got a superb skill and you are very talented. On other hand side, he has a very decent talent, but not as good as you are, right? But I know him personally and not you personally. Whom will the recruiter choose? You definitely choose the person whom he knows, right? So this is how you have to try to build a profile, build credibility, build relationship, and then ask for the opportunities out there, right? So tip number 4, many people, they are very scared and they are very introvert, and they try to keep their profile private. If you keep private, there is no point in being on LinkedIn. Try to change your settings, go to the profile settings and change it to your visibility as public. Tip number 5, search for jobs. I know most of you have been searching this. Search for jobs, search for region, and use a particular filter relevant to you. Let's say you are a fresher, use the filter for the freshers. If you are there in mid-career, then use for the filter for mid-career. In that way, what happens? You don't focus and you don't get scattered with too many options, because when you have too many options, you do not get any, right? So you need to focus, you need to be laser focused on that part and try to grab those opportunities, right? So then 6th point would be, and a very effective thing, which you can join the LinkedIn groups. There are too many groups available out there. Try to join the LinkedIn groups of your region, of your particular industry, and then definitely you can actually make a breakthrough out of it, right? So let me know what do you feel and what are your top 3 takeaways from this particular video.